Hello folks, Dr. Daddy here. No, that doesn't have the same ring to it. Let me start over here.
Please, you know that was all my damage shame, 'cause they really damage. Bad bitches in line, they be really trying. They ask me if I'm...
What's going on, everybody? It's Dr. Daddy here again. Super excited to be with you guys and bring you guys another story time video. You guys have been asking for it. And hey, I got lots of stories, so I'm gonna tell you about the first time I got fired from a job and I was doing nothing wrong. So I think it was about 4 years ago now, I would say, close to it, if not 4 or 5. And I needed a job because I wanted money. Obviously, that's why anybody gets a job. Duh. So I applied at this used car dealership. And they were looking for a porter. And for those of you that don't know what a porter is, basically you just take care of the lot. You make sure the cars are lined up, nothing's wrong with the cars. If they need to go to a body shop, this is for a used car lot, by the way. If they need to go to the body shop, write it up. If they need to go to the mechanic, write it up. I mean, just stuff like that. Just make sure the cars are ready to be sold. Now, that was my job. I got hired, and that was my job. First day on the job, I get there, and I think they're Muslim. The guys that were running it, they're Muslim. Nothing wrong with that. So don't mistake me as being racist or anything like that. It's just, that's just what they were. I like to paint a picture for you guys so you can visually see what I'm saying, or at least try to. So they were Muslim. Nothing like, they weren't like full-on Muslim. That's just what they were. They practiced it, they prayed and stuff like that. That's the only reason I knew. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. And they ran it kind of weird. They had a like obsession with the Subaru BRZ and the Scion FRS. They would literally buy every single one of them that came across auction, whether it was messed up or not. But anyways, so that was my job, and it went well. I know what I'm doing. I'm very mechanically inclined, so I felt like I was underprivileged, if that makes sense. Like I undersold myself for that job because I could do more, but at the time that's what I could get, so I took it. And I was making 10 an hour, which isn't the best compared to what I make now, but at the time it was great. I mean, I didn't have any bills to pay except for a phone bill, so yeah. So then start typical work, do my job, go home, go do what I gotta do, come back the next day, nothing wrong. Okay, so now remember I said cars that need to go to the body shop or to the mechanic, that's where I wrote them up and I would take them there. So I would take them to the shop, and this happened to be a, what was it? I want to say it was a Chevy Camaro, just a little V6 automatic Chevy Camaro, nothing special. And it needed to go to the Chevy dealership to check for a recall, because on this year of the Camaro, the key fob was on recall because the key, you know how it flicks out and you stick it in the ignition? Well, apparently they like to brake, so Chevy would cut that off and make you a key, which is stupid. It's pointless, because that's the cool part of having the car. You click the button, the key shoots out. But whatever. So I took it to the dealership. They fixed it. And as I'm on my way back, I decide I want to take a shortcut, because I know there's going to be traffic on all the main highways. So I take a shortcut. And I get there, and for some reason, the guy calls me into the office. The manager, he calls me in the office, and as soon as I get in the office, he's just like, "You're done. You're done. You're done." I'm like, okay. Mind you, they were acting weird. Like I said, they're weird. And I kind of felt out of place. I kind of felt like, because I was the only white guy that worked there, and not saying that that's anything wrong, I'm just saying, like, it just, you feel kind of weird when you're singled out and the only one there. Like, there was one white guy and one black guy. The rest of them were Muslim, Indian, Muslim, however you want to put it. And it is what it is. It's just, and I know the black guy felt out of place too. It's just different. It's a different scenery, if that makes sense. There's different kind of ways that they act and interact than I was used to. As soon as I got back, he called me in the office. He's like, "You're done. You're done." And I'm like, "What do you mean I'm done?" "Yes, I'm done. I'm back. Here's the car." And they're like, "No. So 124, which is a highway, is a racetrack now." And I was like, "What are you talking about, dude?" He's like, "Some lady called in and said you were racing on 124." And I was like, "Okay." I'm thinking in the back of my head, this guy's fucking stupid. But me being me, I don't say anything until they're done talking. So he keeps going on about, "Oh, you were racing in a company car, you're done. You were going to fill out your paperwork and you're going to get your last paycheck and you're done." And I'm saying, "Okay." And I'm waiting for him to finish. And he keeps going on. And I finally look at him, I'm like, "Are you done?" And he goes, "What do you mean am I done?" "No, you're done." And I was like, "Are you done talking? Can I explain my side of the story? I don't care if I'm fired. That's fine. But let me explain my side of the story, because I'm not going to look like the bad guy here." And he was like, "Well, whatever. What do you got to say?" And I was like, "Let me explain something to you. You're fucking lying, and let me tell you why. I wasn't on 124. I took a fucking shortcut. I went down back roads to get here. So there's absolutely 100% no fucking way that I was on 124, much less racing." So, like I said, I was an independent contractor. I wasn't paying taxes to work there. So, and by the state law in Georgia, they needed no reason to cut me off. They wouldn't have to pay me unemployment, anything like that. So the reason why they decided they wanted to lie, I have no fucking clue. But I just completely let him have it. And I was like, "Are you fucking stupid? Like, come on now. At least know what you're talking about. Know that I went that way first. Or you're just going to look stupid like you do now. I wasn't on 124. I wasn't racing. I came straight back here just because you feel threatened that I'm going to take your job one day doesn't mean anything." And he just sat there and was like, And he just didn't like it at all. And that's pretty much it. And I still got fired, and yeah, that was that. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys later with more story times.